You're still watching the AM show and it's time for sports. My name is Harun Ongwan, head coach of Ampem Dakwa. Joe Nana Dakwa, he has expressed his team's readiness for the second game in the CAF Women's Champions League against AS Monday. They will be playing today and he has been speaking ahead of the game.
For this opportunity again, we won our first game. We are happy about that, but we are not done yet. We come to the second game with determination and everything so that we can win the next game. Yeah, we are done with the first game. We are happy and we are going to work towards that game. We are not going to sit down and say we have won the first match, so we are going to sleep. We will keep on working hard so that we can win the next game and say true. We want to be at the top of the group. Yeah. Oh, we watched them the other day. We played first game and they played the second game. We watched them, but we can't bring our arsenals for people to see. So we are going to hide it and bring it. We want to surprise them, so we are not coming out with our arsenal.
All the best there to Ghana. And Asante Kotoko head coach Prosper Nate Ogum, he has accused the senior players of being politicians and using the media to end playing time. The Porcupines have had a rough start to the season. 4-game winless run has left the team in 14th with 10 points. Speaking to the press, Ogum explained why he has been starting some youngsters ahead of the senior players.
But I want to even answer it myself. Coach brought some players and that he wants those players to play. Do you know what happens at training? You don't know. But have you forgotten that it is the very coach who was given the opportunity to ask some players to go and to let some players stay? So I made some players to stay because per me staying at home for that 1 year and watching the team, I saw that those who I asked to stay could help in the course, what I want to do. And then, as I said earlier, I'm wanting to bring in those Premier League players. So, for instance, even those who have played, you'll be surprised that I've penciled so many of them down. I have a tactical sheet. Every match we play, if this player is very good, I pencil him down. So I'm fixing my tactical sheets in the house. So those Premier League players were brought in. First Division players were brought in. Division 2 players were brought in. It's all about the coach thinking that those players can help. So if you are an old player and you never worked with the coach, or you have even worked with the coach, let me even say you never worked with the coach, and you know who the coach is and what the coach represents, and the coach comes and you think that you can be a politician within the club. I tell them most of you are politicians. I know, but I don't want to mind you. Players stay in Kotoko after 1-2 years, they turn into politicians. They use the media to fight for positions to play. But me as a coach, you will never get me. Because I'm so strong-minded that it's not what people say that I follow. If what you are saying is indeed the right thing, then moral values will force me to what? To implement it. But if what you are saying is the wrong thing, then that it will not force me. The fact that something is wrong, and all of us here in the room are saying it is right. And when I come and meet it, and I know that it is wrong, because all of you are saying it is right as you join you. No. Common sense will not permit me to do that. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I think today my voice has changed.
Yes. And we love that.
You see, so please, you rather should look at things critically and then talk to those issues as they are. Do not discuss issues based on emotions, but discuss issues based on practical facts.
Well, let's still stay in Ghana, but to some national team issues, and it's Chris Hughton, the Black Stars head coach, who is in a precarious position as he's likely to lose his job. This has been necessitated by the back-to-back defeats to Mexico and then the United States of America. Now, joining me for more details is Muftar Nabila Abdullah on phone. Muftar, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm here with you.
Yeah, so what do you have about the possible sacking of Chris Hughton?
Well, what we do know as a team is that Chris Hughton's future will be decided on Friday when the Executive Council of the Ghana Football Association meets to decide on whether to retain him or let him go. And many of our followers or audience of Joy Sports would probably have gotten the hint that I gave on October 20 during one of our episodes on game plan, where I mentioned that there was a possibility of the technical team members losing their jobs, and that they shouldn't be afraid of the threat of being fired based on decisions that they want to take. And that hint was based on the fact that intel had reached me from the people who were in the USA that they were discussing the possibility of parting company with Chris Hughton. As you and I speak, we understand there's likely to be a meeting with the Ministry of Youth and Sports to firm up the decision. And some members of the Executive Council, they have already been informed, and they have been lobbied to vote in favor of the sacking of Chris Hughton. But some that I have had the privilege of engaging do not subscribe to the idea of parting company with Chris Hughton just a week to the start of the World Cup qualifiers, and also we just less than 70 days to the start of the African Cup of Nations in Côte d'Ivoire. However, we await the final decision that is going to come from the Ghana Football Association on Friday after that meeting. Sources close to the head coach has also been told that the future of Chris Hughton is in danger, and I've had a privilege of engaging people who are very close to Chris Hughton and know the kind of man he is, and what they've made me to understand is that they are very much aware of the meeting that is going to happen on Friday and some of the things that have been put on the agenda. What we can state categorically is that the Black Stars squad for the African Cup, for the World Cup qualifier against Madagascar and Comoros has also been delayed because of the decision the Executive Council wants to take. We can also report that George Boateng, who is the assistant to Chris Hughton, is a man being lined up as a potential replacement for Chris Hughton in the interim for the World Cup qualifiers and also the African Cup of Nations. So, Mubarak, that is the information available to us as we speak. I'm sure by now people have even notified Chris Hughton that, yes, your job is on the line, and I'm sure Chris Hughton is very much aware of this. And also, George Boateng in line to take over the coaching job of the Black Stars. Like I mentioned, this discussion took place in the USA, where they needed political backing before they can take the decision, because they don't pay the salaries. It's the politicians who pay the salaries. Yeah. So, by the close of day today, we would have a clear understanding as to whether there's approval from the political angle when it comes to the future of Chris Hughton. But for now, the GFA has taken a decision. That decision is to let him go. The president is the head of the Executive Council. It is his decision that everyone will follow. But I also know that some members of the Executive Council will vote against the decision to sack Chris Hughton.
Thank you very much, Muftar. Muftar, they're talking to us about Chris Hughton. He's working on a tightrope as far as his job is concerned. Now, let's end with the National Bank Accra Marathon event. Now, with just 2 days to go to the big event on Joy Prime, it's something that we should be looking forward to. And there are final touches is being put in place for the event. And we are also glad to inform our cherished audience that the marathon will be broadcast live on Joy Prime from 6 a.m. this coming Saturday. That's your sports. My name is Harun Mubarak, and the AM show continues.